Hey, how's it going? It's Ben Hearn with another Market Watch update for Bala Cynwyd for the month of July. And if you pay attention to the real estate stuff, what's going on, you're probably aware of how the market shifted right in like early June. There was a pretty high mortgage rate increase, and luckily it's kind of settled since then. I know people probably are still worried about what it's going to look like in the fall, but it has kind of normalized, and the market in general has pretty much normalized. The past year, it's kind of just been going up and up and up and up. So it had to kind of level off. And it's not like right now people are buying homes penny on the dollars or like it's sellers aren't getting anything. It's kind of just flatlined. So we are seeing homes sit on the market a little longer. Some are doing some price reductions, especially you'll see with this market watch. It was some of the homes that went under contract were right as it was shifting. So some people just had horrible timing where they had a price that would have been great 2 weeks earlier, but like at that time it just wasn't the same. I think this one and then the next one we'll see even more price drops. But it's Lower Marion is a great place to be, and there just aren't enough homes for the amount of buyer demand. Now, generally in the summer, demand goes down. Like real estate's just not a top priority. People go on vacation, they have other things to do. So there's kind of less activity anyway. And then the mortgage rates definitely put some buyers on the sidelines. But I think it'll pick back up in the fall. Obviously, who knows anymore with predictions. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and we'll see what happened. So you'll see there's a decent amount of actives right now. All of these are active. These ones too. This one's under contract. And we'll get some in Belmont Hills, some in Bala Cynwyd. These two are like a package deal, and like the owner put a hole in a wall between them. I don't know. That's interesting. Uh, Live just has been on there for a bit at 850, 2,000 square feet. This one Ebenezer, that's got a nice looking kitchen. This one, 129 David Road. That was sitting for a while. They had a high price on it. They dropped it down to 1.4. I had buyers go in there, and the inside is just really, really good looking. I think it's like an architect and an interior designer who lived there or whatever, and you can tell it's just the inside's so nice. But it's right next to Belmont Ave, and across from a cemetery. So those were some tough obstacles. Princeton went under contract. I mean, that has a grand foyer. It's 2 beds, so that's tough at that price. Then you got a bunch that were under contract. I mean, this one on 202 Clid for 195. This home, they did a really, really, really nice job with the interior. So, you're gonna get this email. There's gonna be a button for you to go here. If you like looking at homes, I would encourage you to check this out. Just the pictures there are great. And this one on Bala is pending. So if we go to the closed ones, this one on Levering Circle had a bit of a price drop. So it was on the market for 7 days and it was sold 3.3% below asking. The first half of the year, we didn't really see any go below asking. Like normally if a home closed within a week, it was like, all right, is it 5%, 10%, 15, 20% over asking? And we're starting to shift away from that again. So it's just important now that you nail your list price, because really good homes like the one on Clid, that really nice homes, good location, decent condition, good price, you'll still get offers, and it'll still go over asking, but it's like not every home is like that anymore. Overhill Road, so this one was right when the market was still hot. Yeah, mid-May, and that one it was listed for 850, it got 956. That one was a really, really nice one, and you could tell that was going to go way over. The inside it was good. Didn't have like a great backyard, but like everything else about it was spot on. Great location, obviously. So like that would be interesting if that kind of home went on today, because I still think it would go over. I mean, it might still go over like 100K, maybe. I would still think at least 50K. This one on Lindy Lane, and this also went over at like 11% in less than a week. Well, in a week. So again, in the early part of the year, 10%, 15%, that was commonplace. Now I don't think we're going to see that quite as much. This one on Rock Hill, they got under contract in 9 days, and it sold above asking slightly. And that's a tough location, so good for them. They did a great job pricing it like right at that point where it would go pretty quickly. Derwin, I mean, same thing. This was still when the market was super hot. This one was 17% above asking, and that was listed get like right before the market turned or shifted, I guess. I mean, at a home like this, I think no matter when you put it up for sale, it's going to go well, just because like size, location, condition, etc. Everything was top notch about that home. So again, you can scroll through all those pictures. This one on Birch closed a little, well, actually a good amount below asking for 104. And that was listed kind of right around when it was shifting. Sometimes that happens. And there were a few more closings. I mean, there wasn't decent amount of activity considering it's the summer. This one on Jefferson closed for 360. And that was actually 3% above asking. So I like the interior. Those red cabinets are kind of, I don't know, it's different, I'll say that. This one on Springfield closed for 315, and that was right on the money. Parsons, so this one's had for a while. It ended up sitting for 117 days, and it sold 12% below asking. And it was just like a super tough location. I don't know if other maps can do this like on Zillow and stuff, but this compass map is pretty cool that you can zero in like that. So yeah, if you like Montgomery Ave's right here, like Jaime's Deli, and then it's just like up on a hill, and I don't know. It was just a tough one. But anyway, so that finally closed, so good for them. And then this one on Radcliffe closed for 624, which was slightly below asking, and it closed in 4 days. So that the market had shifted at that point for 640. And good on the sellers for not, sometimes if seller, they're expecting something like way over asking the first week and they don't get it, and they're like, well, let it sit, and then it sits for a bit, and then they have to do a price drop and this or that. It gets stressful. So they got an offer, a pretty solid offer, 2% below asking, so they still closed within a week. And we might start seeing more of this. Buyers, if they love a house, should still come in as strong as they can, but there might be some wiggle room going forward. So that was all the activity. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So now that the market has shifted, it's, I think, a really good time to know the value of your home, just because what you might have thought it was, from earlier in the year, like even the past year, it might not be. But again, it's not like it's a buyer's market at all, especially in Lower Merion. So if you are interested in knowing what the value of your home is in a market like this, we'd love to come out and give you a no obligation valuation. So bring us in, give us a tour, tell us like recent updates, beds, baths, that kind of stuff, what you've done with the house. And then we'll give you what's called a CMA, comparative market analysis, where we'll look at recently sold homes, recent pending and active homes, and using all of those factors with looking at the house in person and then the state of the market that it's currently in, we'll tell you what we think the home would sell for in that given market. And then there's different ways to strategize with it too. You could start like really high price, try to get something that's not recommended, especially now that the market shifted. It's still good to set a price where you can have several bids and then there's some competition. But yeah, so if that's interesting to you, let us know. My contact info is at the bottom of this email. And yeah, we'd love to come out and see what we can do for you. All right, have a great rest of your summer. Hope it looks like we're getting some rain on the way, hopefully. This poor grass. All right, bye.